Alright peeps, welcome back to Fireside, episode 6. In this episode, we've got a bunch of thirsty beavers here, and absolutely no water whatsoever. But thankfully the tides have just changed. I mean, we don't even have these maximum priority jobs in yet, so why don't we resume the game, get them all filled, and see how our booming population's getting along here. And in particular, watch these water slurpers slurp up all the water they possibly can. As well as our builders banging away on these large tanks here so we can actually store that water that we're slurping up. Come on, beaver, bang away, get it in. But now let's check what we need for this. We need some bricks, and I do believe I've got all of this on pause, so we are making bricks. We're Smooth Battery here, operating the big cogger shop. I was worried about you in the last episode, pal. I'm glad you're knocking along, tickety-boo. Now you do need to get yourself some water very soon though, Mr. Smooth. You know what, we may have to dip above 18-hour working days. We'll see how the water supplies cock along. But before we build the rest of these water pumps here, I was tipped off in the comments to these automated water pumps here. You can see with the normal water pumps, every third of an hour you get a bit of water. With the automated water pumps, every 0.4 of an hour you get 2 bits of water. And we're making all of these materials here, and I can certainly afford the 500 science points for it. So why didn't we do away with our old plans here and think about automating our water slurpage? I'm going to switch the beavers up to 24-hour working days here. We've got almost enough water for the colony to survive. Nobody's died yet of a bit of thirstation. Smooth Battery still operating the big cogger shop there. And I need to spend some money on some 3x1 hour hangs here. We've got a bridge with big power wheel gap here somehow, didn't we? Now let's get this automated water pump on the crack. And now that I've got some of these placed, I feel confident popping a couple of more little water wheels knocking about, you know. And to get round this corner, I'm going to unlock the 2x1 hour hang. And that should allow me to get some power up and out of these crops here. Couple of solid numbers, followed by some adaptive numbers, and then a couple of more solids, and away we're gone. We can grow a capsicum and have power gone now at the top there. Now I just need to spend some more science points here on the 4x1 hour hang. Get a couple of them on there. That gives us a spot for another automated water pump. And I'm going to bring the working hours down to 18. We're starting to store up a little bit of water now. Our food is depleting somewhat. We're definitely not stuffing with peppers like we used to. And since we're not storing any stuffed peppers, and we're full as a gun on pumpkins and have pumpkins on the deck, why don't we do some pumpkin storage up in here? But I am starting to panic about the amount of water and whatnots we got left, so let's sort this out a little bit here, shall we? And of course that's going to require spending even more science points, so we can pop another automated water pump on here. Now I will admit, I've only just realised that I need to get the power up to these bloody water pumps. Let's quickly sort that out. And there we have the power up and all of these buildings connected. Apart from this one, of course. And I can't just pop a tidy little number on there. I'm going to have to platform it up. Alright, beavers, you may as well get started on this, because if you didn't do this, then the whole colony's dead in the water. However, our water numbers, they seem to keep going down, so I'm going to real casually panic. Just a little bit though, not a lot, just a little bit. Alright, beavers, this is your new maximum priority. We're going to bring these down on the priority levels, and these are just going to crack along with what you need to do. Oh yeah, this bit needs to be maximum priority as well. Fairly important bit there. And for this bit down here, we're going to delete these 2 numbers here. We'll replace the gatherer flag. We'll get a little worker in here picking apples. But the rest of this is going to have to be some sort of water slurpage situation. And when all is said and done, I could have just left the bloody gatherer flag right there, picking apples all along. We've got a drought approaching. We need more water. Beavers, you need to be building this real quick. Particularly that, because you're basically already there. Let's be a bit clever with our priorities here. And get the beavers building only these actual water pumps here. Anything that requires excessive building, didn't get the maximum priority, not yet. And that unfortunately includes this laddie here. I can't believe we've only got bloody 2 planks knocking about here, like. We've got a big planker on the crack. I mean, we've got 11 planks on the deck that we could pick up, like. How are beavers? Now we could do, and all. Why haven't I done this yet? District management. Bloody builder's hut. Well worth the 100 science points. And sacrificing a couple of inventors. But of course we could still do with another inventor. We didn't have that many of them, you know. And you know, beavers, at least one of these is a maximum priority number. The only thing is, the builders aren't going to get that in until they've got this in, which is what I want, because we desperately need to get this in. And hopefully the builders start picking up these planks they have. There's only 6 left in there. And real quickly and casually get this water slurper in. And it's in! We've got a beaver in there ready to start grafting. Get in there, mate! And Beavers, start building this builder's hut. Right, Beavers, we're going to be pulling a 20-hour workday here. I'm going to hang about in the campfire here and while away a couple hours watching this builder's hut get built. Well, away, Beavers, have you not got this in yet? Is it going to end up corking it during this drought? I can't... Beavers, man, I swear, dude, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know the best way to do this here. We need more beaver builders so they can pick up the planks out of here. I thought they touched them, but I clicked the wrong pile. See, this is why we need to build a beaver so they can pick up the bloody rubble. Away, you beaver legends. Bang this builder's hut in so you can have some more beaver banger builder mates. And it's in. Let's go back into normal mode. Right now, we go maximum priority on our easy little water slurpers, which will be these four here. We are filling up our storage. Let's get this big tank on the crack as well. That should take the priority because that was built first before any of these water slurpers. And we're waiting on heaps of planks though. Oh, beavers. Oh, I didn't think we were going to get anywhere near filling this up in time. And now we've got a day and a half of beavers needing to get this. Oh, yeah. You know what? At least we've got 8 builder beavers now. Just double checking we actually have all 8 builder beavers with D. So they should get it picking up this effing rubble and planking it in here. So why didn't we get a real aesthetic view of the water slurpers slurping it up and the builder beavers banging the planks in the corner of this large tank? Alright, now I'm going to give these builder beavers until the morning and it's in, hell yeah! It's in! Right now, builder beavers, you need to start smashing all these water slurpers in, and I mean all of them. Because we've got a very nice population here and we need to keep it that way. And look at this, we even have vacancies. We've got inventor huts where the top's not spinning around. That's what I like to see. Because that means whenever these new little water slurpers are built, there's going to be a beaver sucked right into them. Oh, it looks like we're getting close on this, laddie. They've got the platform in. Oh no, they've just got the front two in. And have you seen this, peeps? We are having a full smooth operation run here by the one and only Battery Smooth. Look at that stack of bloody cogs there. I wish I could go inside in this view so I could see old mate. Maybe we can try and get Battery Smooth in the large lumber mill. Sort these laddies out. Right, build up beavers. Why haven't you picked up these planks? You're having me life with these planks, you know, beavers. Didn't tell us there's no storage. I know there's storage. Aye, look. Big empty little pile there. I've just been sitting here wondering why Bai was sitting waiting doing nout when there was an oak waiting to be chopped. And then he runs and starts chopping this one. And then I realised you can't access this bloody oak because someone put a lumberjack flag in the way. Well, that's how you... Oh, 18 hour working day. All the way up to 24 for this beavers. This is your last chance to slip up some water and fill this big, beautiful tank here. I love the detail on this tank, like. I'm keen to see if it's an Emberpelts special or if it's an Update 7 special, this little pipe on the front here. Either way, I absolutely love this red aesthetic, like. Oh, it looks so good with the blue. You know what? I just want to do a little speedy up bit of this water coming up. Because we're going to simply slip up as much water as we're going to slip up. It's simply as simple as that, isn't it? So let's wait until that waterfall stops falling and see how full we get this tank. And how long the drought's going to be. There we are. The fall has stopped falling. The HUD's coming back on. We got 1.9 Q water. And it's only a 14-day drought. That's not too bad. We might be okay. Especially if I pause these bad lads. That's the choice when you build these new ones. The automation isn't on there. I've got to quickly tick these boxes. But I was going to say, if we get these ones up and running at some point, I cannot believe this. The beavers worked on these 2 here and then stopped building these 2 to go build these 8. But we'll get these laddies paused. Now, since the drought resistance is only 8 days on these apple trees, we're going to make sure we pause these water slurpers on the bottom for now. Once we get to below 8 days, slurp it up, beavers. But anywho, beavers, your big building project during this drought is more building huts. Get them on the crack. And then once you've done that, you need to automate your water slurpage. Get that absolutely, unequivocally on the crack. Now, I'm wondering, right, instead of this little 2x1 platform we've got on the side here, what about we pop that 3x3 that you've just seen us messing around with? After we unlock it, of course. Oh, we can't plop it there. Well, that is unfortunate, because that would have been bloody lovely. Well, it looks like we're just going to have to go a little bit higher then, doesn't it? That looks mental. But we can, very easily, pop a little bit of wooden staircase action doing there like that. Although, actually, what am I doing? I'm being daft. I didn't need to do that at all. I need to delete these dirty little manual water slurpers. Get gone, you're not wanted in here. I mean, while I'm at it, I may as well just delete these platforms. We're going to end up reusing them differently anyway, and the beavers need the bloody planks. And with all those extra builder huts we're building, we might actually be able to pick up this rubble here. What do you think of me mad little automated water sloping system here? Once again, the very thing that we need to get built during this drought here. And the way the haulers are going to get up to here is by some handy dandy ladders, of course. Directly opposite the large water tank here. Why, I am happy with that. Or at least I will be when it's all in and slurping. And thankfully these can be automated as well, otherwise it would be a hell of a time every time we get a drought or a bad tide. Well, with those all automated and maximum priorities, we should be cracking along with... Yeah, Joe! Oh, man. So old mate did need to be moved. Or can I just put this, I can just rotate this somewhere else. You know what, at this point, this gatherer flag stays here. Water pump, get deleted. I'll invest in the bonus platforms and get you on there. Maybe. We might not be building any of this. It all depends on whether we get the automated number up and running or not. We've got 12 days to do it. I'm confident in our beavers we can do it. What I'm not so confident on is our food. We seem to be getting done. In a big way. Oh, look at our army of builders though. Got an hour then, banging all of these wheels in. I love a good wheel. Let's see if we can get some mad first person angle on the corner. Look at the army of builders. Taking logs from the large warehouse. Got and doing. Some of them are splitting off, hammering into this big wheel here. And by big wheel, I of course mean little wheel. Some beavers are going across there, up around to bang these platforms and wheels in. And we can get a big vantage point from on top of the capsicum. Look at them all gone. Bit of speed 3 action, why not? We'll do a bit of a slow pan. Nice speedy up bit though, because we're not slow enough to do a speedy up bit. We just want to see the beavers bustling about. And that we bloody did. Now beaver builders, are we picking up these planks yet? Nah. Have we built any more huts? We've built all the huts, alright. So with all these builder beavers knocking about, we are still unable to pick up the effing rubble. Now I am happy we changed this little warehouse to be pumpkins like. It's going to end up saving us, I can see that. Well, we've got all the builders huts in, fully stocked with beavers. Surely beavers, you can pick up a bit of rubble. Or perhaps that's a surely not. Oh, and look at this. We need to sort of beat situation out. We're letting them grow in the ground and they noot. I'm going to mark these apple trees for cutting as well, just so we can get the bit of wood off them. It's only 3, but it's 3 would rather not waste. And I enjoy the sight of all of those capsicums ready to get picked up, because we need to go now out to the bakery and ensure we are stuffing all of these bell peppers. Corn! We're out of corn for these laddies. Well, that's not bloody good. And as much as we haven't had a crop of canola yet, I can tell you we got too much of that knocking about. Therefore, I'm going to use me croppy planty override tool and get another strip of corn on the crack. It doesn't help that we are straight up grilling the corn as well. Whoa, beavers! Get yourselves doing off to graft. Because I need to somehow get myself all the way up there in some sort of parkour miracle here. I still have no idea how I'm going to do it. I want to try and get on top of this roof. On top of the back scratcher. And then can I dip up there? I can. Oh, then he went off. And at the end of the last episode, we stopped off here. This is a canny vantage point as well. Look at that. But let's have a quick look, see if there's a better vantage point, like on top of this little bed here. I would say yeah, but it actually blocks a fair amount of the build that's going on through the ladder there. So why don't we settle on in here in our trusty dusty little passageway through the Hoosian estate and watch our lovely automated water sloping system get built over the next 11 days. And hopefully not see any beavers caulking in the middle of the walkways. That will be a nice plus. Tell you what, like peeps, I am actually canny panicking over this. Let's just say there was a reason I decided to do the testy test episode on Friday. I've been procrastinating so much over what to do, and I've just went full gung-ho with the old automated water sloping system. I didn't know if it's the right thing, because I ended up having to double back slightly and go back to building manual water slopers for a bit. But fingers crossed, we managed to slope off enough water for these 69 beavers to see through this whole drought. And as well, fingers crossed that we've actually got this automated slurping system up and running, because I can tell you one thing for now, the next drought's not going to be 14 days or less. Oh, why is nothing else getting built here? What, the logs? Oh, the ruddy logs? Well, I certainly didn't see that coming, like. Why aren't you chopping down these trees here, pal? Surely they're marked for cutting. I get them chopped down. And how have we still not chopped these down if you're out of logs? I've got 3 lumberjack flags, you're sitting on your arse day and out. I mean, yeah, now there's no for you to do, but still. We made a fair dinkum bit of progress, like. I had a feeling the beavers can't reach all of this because there's no paths gone into it. But I was like, well, as soon as they put this bloody ladder in, they'll be able to get and access all of this stuff. But they just need to get the bloody ladders in. And by need to get the bloody ladders in, I of course mean need to chop down some more trees. Now our food situation is looking up there like, oh, that's what I like to see. Does our bakery have some corn? Does it? Shite. We still need more corn on the crack. Especially while we're not doing anything with the bloody canola seeds. But with the lack of building materials, if naught else, we've actually picked up the rubble that's been knocking about the map. I suppose one thing I can do is pause the large gear workshop, release Battery Smooth here into the wild. Be free, Battery Smooth! As well as this smelter, we didn't need that crack in the boot. We definitely need the smelter crack in the boot. Especially considering it doesn't take bloody wood in here, but we do need the planker. The most important build in the boot. I'm trying to think, do we need bricks? No, I don't think we need bricks for anything, at least not yet. Maybe these automated boyos need bricks. Nah, they didn't even need bricks, just gears when we get there. The only issue is, to make any of these work at all, we have to go or build all the way to the end and build them all. A mild design flaw, I will say, but look at those power wheels there, man. I'm sure they'll produce enough power, maybe, to get all of this done. Oh, water's running out though! Oh, that water situation is a scary. Alright, we're going to unpause these two since we're below 8 days. Get some water slurped out of here. I don't even care if he's dry up. Oh, but do I care? I think I care, you know. Because I'd rather not dry up these bloody oaks. Especially imagine if I dried up that oak and it was 98% ready and we had a bonus 8 logs to crack into this big ridiculous build. Now we do have heaps of charcoal like, so I'm tempted to pause the kiln. Pause the clay pit now. Oh, this I should have been paused the whole time. Maybe that's why I've got no water. 600 water, 51 days. We might be alright, like. We might be alright. Just as long as you didn't look inside the large tank. It's like an abyss to the depths of beaver extinction. Now I am going to delete these 2 bits of platforms here. We didn't need them, and we can certainly do with the planks and logs. Watch how quickly the builder beavers flock over here and pick up this rubble, watch. It's gone, need speedy up if necessary. And ideally, we'll see a builder beaver come plank it in this little ladder here, or maybe this little bit of platform. But of course not, the beavers have pitched up the side, and why are you putting it in? What are you doing? You're building the hour hang. I suppose if they build the hour hangs first, by the time they get to building this ladder, they can walk all the way up here. I've just changed the priority up for the actual automated buildings. Because I reckon we're going to start building these laddies before we even get to anywhere near here and popping all of this power in. And I'm starting to get nervous, like, we are getting some logs in. Looks like we've got some oaks growing, getting chopped down and replanted. Look at Cusco there, just bloody planting away that bloody oak straight in. And we're getting our pumpkins replanted, we're getting our bloody capsicums ripped up. It's all happening this drought. Well, since the beavers are big chillin' doing their thing, why didn't we see about scaling this medium water tank here? With the help from the farmhouse, of course. And while away the next 5 days at this beautiful picturesque view over the river here at Fireside. There's no particular reason I picked this view. No reason whatsoever. I definitely haven't spent the last hour and a half absolutely terrified that I'm gonna thirst me beavers to death in Fireside, like. I haven't even got the juicing machines up and running yet. It's gone, the water's all gone. Look, it's not all gone, but it sure as shit will be soon. Oh no, beavers. That's easy to water, isn't it? Aye, that's easy to water, but only 0.2 days left. And I don't see a single thirsty beaver. Oh, happy, happy days. You know what? It's such a happy day's time. Let's unpause a couple of water slurpers and just start slurping the water up from the top here. And I may or may not have unpaused all of the water slurpers from the top, but I want to make sure we get everything in, you know? Whoa, look, beavers, I'm being daft. Minimum priority, all of this, minimum. Don't waste any resources on that. We have a tidy little clearing here in between these 2 water slurpers for some solid power shafts. Topped by a regular owl power shaft. Now beavers, if you can get that in, I'll be a very happy little cupcake. Now I do need to unpause the gear workshop here. Oh, we got the bloody pressing! We're making canola oil. Well, if we're making canola oil, that means I was going to say we're making grilled beets, but unless we've just got the canola oil machine in. Oh, hang on. We've got 28 vacancies. We do still have some builders, if not else. And we even have medium priority workplaces cracking along, so why not? Let's just enjoy cycle 11 here. You can see where beavers are starting to get thirsty. Well, that's alright, because that water's gonna fall very soon. And we're gonna slurp up all the water you could possibly want, beavers. Look at them gone. We're even building the new power wheel up the top. And by power wheel, I of course mean power wheel. I of course mean power stack. Ooh, and I may or may not have minimum priority something that we definitely need built. This bloody hour hang. Considering that's the hour hang that our power comes in on now. And we're starting to run out of charcoal, so we get the kiln back up and running. And we are, at the moment, officially waiting for logs. Well, we can help get 8 on the crack by deleting this little lumberjack flag here. Planting an oak in its place so we don't end up covering it up again. And I say replace it up here, where the ground easily dries out. Now, I wouldn't mind knowing how much power we're generating here. 36, well, it's 400 not just off these. Well, look, I may have went mildly overkill with our power situation here, but this is just the start, most likely, like, definitely just the start. Oh, and I didn't think we're gonna need the planks for the gears and all. Tell you what, like, these are desperate times in Fireside, but with a bit of teamwork, we can make the dream work. Isn't that right, Mr. Emberpelts doing there? We've got all the water slurpers slurping up the water. They'll be filling our tanks in no time. As well as a bunch of builder beaver leg ends that are going to get this power system smashed right in for these automated water slurpers. No, not a warning. Straight away. Not straight away, game. Not cycle bloody 3 by... And of course by cycle 3 I mean day 3. Oh, I love the fact we're picking up with beets. That means we're actually doing something with them. Let's go and have a look at the little bee farm. Oh, and then he fell in the bloody water there. There it is, chooching away, smoking the beets. And the beavers love a bit of smoked beet action, like. How we're doing in the big tank here? Can I hippity hop my way up? Oh, we're getting a bit of storage in. And we're making a tidy bit of progress over here. Look at this. We're nearly up the top with our power wheels. Is that a beaver builder here coming to whack it in? Oh, no, it's not. That beaver builder's gone elsewhere. But we're going to build a beaver over here coming to whack in a bit of plankage. Look at them gone whacking it in. And you've got a gear for this little automated building. What a champion. Tell you what, it's a busy little construction site this, like our automated water slurping system. And I reckon we can get a tidy view of said water automated slurping system from up here, like. Now this is a proper colony perspective here, like. I love this first person camera view, like. It just gives you mad little angles. Now during the speedy up bits here, you probably notice that the lighting changes all of a sudden. It's not a jump cut or anything, it's just due to those screenshots that I have happening. You know, the ones from the end of episode 5 where you got the time lapse of the first 5 episodes of progression. And I reckon that length worked out well for the time lapses. I reckon I'll do that every 5 episodes myself. Now I will say, I did just get kinda carried away and preoccupied with enjoying this view and chatting shade. The drought started. And it's a 12 day. Did you just start a drought less than 14 days to make me out to be a liar? I'm pretty sure that's the only reason we got a drought so soon. But we've got more water than we did last time. And it's a shorter bloody drought. So I'm confident we'll have this in. We'll have rejigged our priorities there. So hopefully we'll have a fair whack of these built by the time this drought's over. We won't have to rely on beavers going to work and slurping it up manually ever again. But we do need to sort our production out, like. This tree situation is nae good. And I have no idea, don't ask me why. Okay, I forgot. I completely forgot that we had loads of wood knocking around up the top, yeah, okay. that's what happened, okay. I said it. I forgot. And I do think it's time to destroy these bits of paths and get oaking on there. Look at battery smooth. With one worker on the last bit of building huts. We can pause ye, as well as pausing a couple of more of these builders' huts. I reckon we only need 12 builders. That's a canny amount. And battery smooth still building away there. Look at him getting him. Oh, hello? Beavers! I clicked where battery smooth was and I got plunked outside. But not on the good side. I cannot scale this housing estate. There's not enough knobbly bits for us to get me little beaver tootsies on there. I can't climb. I'm stuck here. Beavers! Send a rope down. Well, I guess I'll just have to meet you on the other side of the housing estate. Just in time for a real casual. Oh, beavers! Get your beaver tails out of bed! I say ye battery smooth, you better begin to bang that hammer somewhere. Aye, get up in amongst it. Let us join you. Ho, ho, ho. Yes, hammer it in, war kid. Look at the little blue beaver and the Emberpelt synchronized banging. And is this one of the grey boyos, like the iron teeth numbers, or is this a special silver beaver? Hey mate, are you a special silver beaver, or you're just backlit from the fire? Good old Semcos, the backlit Emberpelt. Now what's our power situation here? 163, and is everyone grafting? No, because you've got no bloody planks. No, because you've got no bloody scrap metal, because I've got these are minimum priority workplaces. We should at least have one of them cranking along the normal priority, yeah? Ranji, get in there and scrap some metal. And we're still lacking on the corn, like, I didn't like that. We're gonna have to do something about that. But I cannot be getting distracted. We need to be putting all our eggs into this one basket here. You know, I'm just gonna stalk our builder beavers here while they can build this. Look at them, they gone up. I need to manually jump. Oh, I ended up in this door. They're beavers. How do you get out of here? You know, I never noticed these bloody power shafts when I popped them in the last episode. Look at how burgundy they are. I never thought I'd love a little red hue so much, but here I am, absolutely loving it. Now, do we have our builders coming back up the ladders here? Ready to pop some cogs into this automated water pump and get it blasted straight in. And you know what? I completely forgot the way I've got this set up here. We didn't even need to do any automations because the wheels stop spinning when there's no water flowing through anyway. And I'm pretty sure I messed up there. I think the building over here, completely messed it up. Well, that's a good thing I'm not a professional YouTuber, isn't it? You know what? Why didn't I get ease a proper tidy little angle? And watch the rest of this automated water slurping system get banged in by these bunch of builder beavers. Well, if this episode's the water episode, I think next episode's gonna be the irrigation episode. And coincidentally enough, we've just done some testing on irrigation. Did I hear that right? We've got cycle 12. And what's this now to do in range, malarkey? Oh yeah, that's right, I unpaused some of these lumberjack flags they've chopped down all the trees. Fair dinkum beavers. I was going to say it's can be water slurpers, but we didn't need beavers to be water slurpers anymore. You know what, let's get a beaver's perspective here. We're hanging out by the capsicums, the water's just started falling, it's spinning the wheels. And once it starts spinning those lots of wheels, it starts spinning this cog up here. And start slurping the water without a single beaver's intervention. Apart from the beaver's intervention that was actually building this whole thing in the first place, of course. But now we have big, efficient water. And you know, let's just check. Do we have enough power? Of course we didn't. What? How much power we're generating here? 250 odds? I was generating 400, not off that. Well, I suppose it hasn't really got up and running yet, has it? And we are up at 90% efficiency already. Oh, we're giraffing, yeah, like. And I suppose with all of this in here, and the lovely blue doors that come with them, that's going to bring this episode to a tidy little close. We needed to sort out our water situation this episode before shit hit the fan and all of these beavers corked it. And by bloody gosh, we did! We've got all the water we could ever need. The only thing we need to figure out now is how do we grow enough crops and wood to satiate our Fireside's beavers' demand for building. Oh yeah, we need to sort out that bad water repulsion system as well, because these beavers have got some hot plans that need to be executed upon. And until then, I'll see yous in the next episode, where we figure out what that glowy beaver was all about. Toodles!